Hello students, today we are going to solve Railway Recruitment Board Assistant Locomotive Pilot Exam. So Railway Recruitment Board RRB, right? Recruitment Board Assistant Locomotive Pilot. RRB ALP exam 10th August 2018 paper. A very best of luck to you all before we start. If you want to practice all the questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Let's begin with question number 1. Present ages of Sai and Satish are in the ratio 5:4 respectively. 3 years hence, the ratio of their ages will become 11:9 respectively. So what is Satish's present age in years? So we'll consider their present age, right? So at present, ratio of their ages is 5:4, right? Therefore, let us assume Sai's age, present age as, let Sai's age at present be 5x years, right? Therefore, Satish's age becomes Satish's age at present is 4x years because the ratio is 5:4, right? It is given that 3 years hence, 3 years after, right? So 3 years after, ratio of their ages will become 11:9. So 3 years after, what will be their ages? Let us consider their ages, right? So Sai's age becomes his present age 5x plus 3 years, right? Whereas Satish's age becomes 4x plus 3. And ratio of their ages. So that means ratio of their ages means 5x plus 3 divided by 4x plus 3. Sai's age to Satish's age. Ratio is 11:9, which is 11/9. What is Satish's present age in years? Satish's present age in years is 4x years, right? For that, we need value of x. Right? So consider their ages 3 years hence and the ratio of their ages particularly. So by cross multiplication, we can write it as 9 into 5x plus 3 is equal to 11 into 4x plus 3. Right? So 9 into 5, 45x plus 9 into 3, 27 is equal to 11 into 4, 44x plus 11 into 3, 33. Right? Take this 44x to the other side. So it becomes 45x minus 44x is equal to 33 minus 27. Therefore, value of x, right? 45 minus 44 is 1. So x is equal to 33 minus 27 is 6. Value of x is 6. Therefore, Satish's present age is 4x years. So 4 into x is 6, right? So which is 24 years. 6 into 4 is 24. Therefore, his present age is 24 years. Option D is the right answer. Question number 2. The sum of two fractions is 5/6. One of them is 3/4. What is the other fraction, right? Sum of 3/4, right? One fraction and the other fraction is 5/6. So let us assume other fraction as x, right? Therefore, we can write 3/4 plus x. Sum of two fractions is 5/6, right? Therefore, value of x becomes 5/6 minus 3/4. So here LCM of 6 and 4 is 12, right? 6 into 2 is 12, 4 into 3 is 12, right? So lowest common multiplier is 12. Whereas the numerator becomes, so since 6 into 2 is 12, 5 into 2 becomes 10, minus 4 into 3 is 12, so 3 into 3 is 9. Therefore, 1/12, right? Value of x, right? Therefore, the other fraction x is equal to 1/12. Option D is the right answer. Question number 3. Select the answer figure that fits in the blank space in the given problem figure. So here is the problem figure. So we need to find the last figure of the third row. right? Last part of the third row, right? So for that, we'll consider the first row. First row which has 3 figures, right? So in which this part, right? This plus part is common. In all the 3 figures, plus part is common, right? So this is common. Whereas in the second figure, right, of the first row, so 2 cross lines are added like this, right? In the second part, 2 cross lines are added, right? So whereas in the third part, to the common part of the first row, in the third part, 4 dots are added, which are hollow, right? 4 dots are added. So 4 dots are added, right? Therefore, so the first part of the figure is the common part itself, and the second part of the figure is, so the common part plus 2 cross lines, whereas third part of the figure is common part plus 4 dots, right? So we'll consider the second row of the problem figure. So here in the second row, we have common parts in each figure, which is like this square part, right? So this is common. In all the 3 figures, we have a common part, right? Whereas to the second part, so we have to add 2 cross lines. 2 cross lines, right? Whereas to the third part, 4 dots are added. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So therefore, we'll consider the third row, right? So third row should have the common part like this, right? So first figure will be common part in each figure like this. Whereas in the third figure also we have a common part like this. And to the second figure, we have to add 2 cross lines. To the third figure, we have to add 4 dots at the corner, right? 4 dots at the corner. Therefore, so third figure of the third row should be like this, right? Therefore, so here are 4 figures A, B, C, and D. So in which figure B is the right answer, right? The figure B is third figure of the third row, right? Therefore, among 4 options, option B is the right answer. Option B has figure B as answer. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question number 4. Decide which of the conclusions logically follow from the information given in the statement. So here is the statement. Poverty is increasing because politicians don't understand poverty, nor do they know anything about the problems faced by the poor. So here is the conclusion. So first conclusion is all politicians should be replaced. The second one is all politicians should be asked to live in poor conditions. So here's students. So when it comes to first conclusion, right? So this statement, all politicians should be replaced. So this statement doesn't convey that the politicians who are in charge currently don't understand the poverty, right? So even if they get replaced, right, there is, even if they get replaced, there is no guarantee that new politician will understand the problem of poor, right? So conclusion, first conclusion doesn't follow the statement, right? So which doesn't follow, right? Whereas the second one, all politicians should be asked to live in poor conditions. Even if the politician live in poor conditions, maybe they still don't understand the poverty, right? So conclusion 2 doesn't follow the statement. Therefore, neither 1 nor 2 follow. Option C is the answer. Question number 5. In the given series, how many 8s are there that are not divisible by the number to its left, but completely divisible by the number to its right, right? So find the number of 8s in the given series. So we have 5 8s here, right? So when it comes to the first 8, this one, right? So to its left, we have number 4, right? Whereas this 8 is divisible by 4, right? 8 is divisible by 4. So the question is to find number of 8s, so which are not divisible by number to its left, right? So number to its left is 4. right? Where 8 is divisible by 4. Therefore, we cannot take the first 8, right? So whereas to its right, we have one more 8. To its right also, we have 8, right? So where the number 8 is divisible by this 8, right? So consider the second 8, right? So to its left and right, right? So to its both sides, it has the number 8 itself, whereas 8 is divisible by the number to its left and it is divisible by number to its right also. 8 divided by 8 and 8 is divisible by 8, right? Therefore, we cannot take the second 8 also. Even the third 8 cannot be taken, right? Because to its left, right? To the left of third 8, we have 8, and to its right we have 9, where the number 8 is divisible by number to its left, and it is not divisible by number to its right, right? So which is reverse of the given condition, right? So consider this 8, right, which I am showing. So to its left we have number 5, to its right we have number 8, where 8 is not divisible by 5, right? So the number 8 is not divisible by number to its left, but it is divisible by number to its right, which is 8, right? Therefore, so we have one number, 1 8, right? If you take the second 8, here the last 8, to its left we have 8, to its right we have 3, right? Where 8 is divisible by number to its left, which is 8, but not divisible by number to its right, which is the reverse of the given condition. Therefore, no need to consider the last 8 also. Therefore, we have only 1 8, right? So which is divisible by number to its, which is not divisible by number to its left, which is 5, but divisible by number to its right, which is 8, right? So this condition, this case, right? So this middle 8 is the only 8, right? Therefore, we have one such 8. Option D is the right answer. Question number 6. The pH of a solution is 3. When its pH changes to 6, then hydrogen ion concentration becomes. So here we all know that pH tells the concentration of hydrogen ions, right? So pH tells the concentration of hydrogen ions. Concentration of H plus ions, right? Hydrogen ions, right? So if you take the pH from 1 to 6, right? So which tells the acidic nature, right? If the pH is 7, so which is the neutral solution. If the pH of a solution is above 7, so then that solution is a basic solution. It's a base, right? So that means from the range 1 to 6, right? Or up to 7, so hydrogen ion concentration will be more, right? So at 1, there will be more hydrogen ions, right? More hydrogen ions, right? And it decreases from 1 to 7, decreases. That means if a solution is more acidic, there will be more hydrogen ions, right? So if the pH increases from 1 to 6 or 6 point something up to 7, so hydrogen ion concentration also decreases, so that the solution becomes less acidic. So nearly at 7, so it becomes less acidic. So at 7, solution becomes neutral solution, right? When pH increases, it becomes a basic solution, right? Keeping this in our mind, right? So how to calculate pH of a solution, right? So calculating pH of a solution is, so formula is pH is equal to minus log of hydrogen ion, right? So here, when pH of a solution changes from 3 to 6, right? So pH of 3, so what is the value of pH of 3? So pH of 3 is nothing but, so 10 raised to minus 3 of hydrogen ion concentration, right? So log of hydrogen ion concentration is nothing but log 1, right? Log 1 minus of log 1 is nothing but, so 10 raised to minus 1, right, of hydrogen ion concentration, which is pH of 1, right? Therefore, pH of 3 is 10 raised to minus 3 of hydrogen ion concentration. And pH of 6, when pH changes from 3 to 6, it becomes 10 raised to minus 6 of hydrogen ion concentration. Right? Therefore, when pH changes from 3 to 6, 3 to 6, so what is the change here? 10 raised to minus 3 to 10 raised to minus 6. So therefore, hydrogen ion concentration decreases, right? So minus 3 to minus 6 means, so 10 raised to minus 3, right? So it decreases by 1 by 1000 times, right? It decreases by 1000 times actually. So the difference is 10 raised to minus 3, which is 1 by 1000, right? Therefore, hydrogen ion concentration decreases 1000 times, right? So 1000 times, therefore option D is the right answer. Question number 7. If a person bought an item for 60 rupees and sold it at a profit of 25%, the selling price of the item would be. So for this, we are using the formula of profit percentage. Profit percentage is always selling price minus cost price over the cost price into 100, right? Selling price minus cost price. Since selling price is more than the cost price, therefore there is a profit, right? So profit percentage gives, so selling price minus cost price over the cost price, right? Into 100, into 100. That means for 100, right? So here we need to find selling price of the item, right? So the item was bought for 60 rupees. So cost price is 60. So let us assume selling price as X rupees, right? Therefore, profit percentage, which is 25, is equal to selling price X minus cost price is 60 over the cost price again 60 into 100, right? So find the value of X, a simple calculation. So here 25, so here we can cancel 1 0. So 25 into 6 is equal to, so divided by 10, directly we'll take this 10 to the other side, it becomes X minus 60, right? 25 into 6 is 150. By 10 is equal to X minus 60. Therefore, so 150 by 10 is 15 plus 60 is equal to X. Therefore, value of X is equal to 75. So, which is selling price, right? Selling price of the item is 75 rupees. So that there is a profit of, right? So, what's the profit if selling price is 75 and cost price is 60 rupees? So, profit becomes 15 rupees. 15 rupees, right? Therefore, profit percentage is 25%, right? Therefore, the answer is 75 rupees. Selling price of the item would be 75 rupees. Question number 8. The kinetic energy of a ball weighing 0.5 kg moving with the velocity 4 meter per second will be. So here mass of the body is mass of the ball, right? M is equal to 0.5 kg. First, we need to check whether all the units are in the same system, right? So all the units are in SI system, right? No need to convert that. So velocity of the body V is equal to 4 meter per second, right? 4 meter per second. Therefore, kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, the formula is half mv square. Directly substitute the values here, right? So half into mass is 0.5 kg into v square is 4 square. Velocity is 4, right? Therefore, 0.5 into 4 square is 16 by 2, right? So 2 into 8 is 16. So 8 into 5, which is 40. So a decimal point. Therefore, so kinetic energy of the ball is 4 joule, right? 4 joule, option C is the right answer. Question number 9. Dash, a Muslim saint, lived at the place where Fatehpur Sikri was built. So who was the Muslim saint lived at the place where Fatehpur Sikri was built? So Sheikh Salim Kishti, option D is the right answer. So Sheikh Salim Kishti was a Sufi saint. So he was a Sufi saint. So lived in the 16th century during the Mughal Emperor Akbar. So lived in 16th century. 16th century during the Mughal Emperor Akbar. So during Mughal Emperor Akbar. So Sheikh Salim Kishti, a Muslim saint, lived at the place where Fatehpur Sikri was built. Option D is the right answer. Right? So whereas the remaining options, so Nizamuddin Auliya, so option A, right? So was a 13th century Muslim Sufi saint. So he was a 13th century Muslim saint. Of the Kishti order, right? Whereas the second option, Nasiruddin Chirag Dehlavi. So Nasiruddin Chirag Dehlavi was also a Muslim saint, Sufi saint, and disciple of Nizamuddin Auliya, right? So disciple of Nizamuddin Auliya. Nizamuddin Auliya. Right? Whereas Baba Fakhruddin was a Sufi saint of the 12th century. So 12th century Sufi saint. He was a 12th century Sufi saint. And prior to this, he was a king of Sistan and Safur, right, in Iran. So he was a king of Sistan in Iran, right? So which was in Iran. Therefore, for the given question, option D is the right answer. Question number 10. Krish is 5 years younger than Parthiv. 8 years ago, 3 times the age of Krish was 10 more than twice the age of Parthiv. Find Krish's present age. So let us consider their present age as X and Y, right? So present age. So present age of Krish be X years, and Parthiv's present age be Y years. Right? So it is given that Krish is 5 years younger than Parthiv. So that means X is equal to Y minus 5. Right? X age is, Krish's present age is Parthiv's present age minus 5. 5 years younger than Parthiv. Right? So we'll consider 8 years ago. Right? So 8 years ago their ages. So Krish's age was his present age X minus 8 years. Whereas Parthiv's age 8 years ago was Y minus 8. And the relation between their ages is 3 times the age of Krish was. So 3 times age of Krish means 3 times X minus 8 was 10 more than twice the age of Parthiv. Twice the age of Parthiv means 2 into Y minus 8 plus 10. 10 more than means we have to add 10 to twice the age of Parthiv, right? So find Krish's present age. So what is the value of X then? We have to find the value of X, right? Since we are going to find the value of X, let us consider Y in terms of X, right? So based on present age of Krish and Parthiv, Y becomes X plus 5. Right? Let us consider relation between their ages 8 years ago, right? So 3 into X minus 3 into 8, which is 24, is equal to 2Y minus 16 plus 10. Therefore, 3X is equal to 2Y. So take all these whole numbers together. Minus 16 plus 10 is minus 6 plus 24 becomes plus 18, right? We'll consider Y as X plus 5, right? So 3x becomes 2 into y is x plus 5 plus 18. Simplify it, right? 2x plus 10 plus 18. Therefore, 3x minus 2x is equal to So 10 plus 18 is 28. So value of x is 28. What is x? Krish's present age. Krish's present age. Therefore, so look at the options. Option C is the right answer. Krish's present age is 28 years. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question number 11. The product of two decimals is 0.768. If one of the decimal number is 1.6, find the other. Very simple question. So we have to find the other decimal number. Let it be x. Right? Product of two decimals. So one of the decimals is x into another decimal is 1.6. One of the decimal is given here, 1.6, right? Is equal to their product is 0.768. Find the other means what is the value of x, right? Therefore, x is equal to 0.768 divided by 1.6. Right? Let us convert these decimal number into the whole numbers. For that, let us multiply both the numerator and denominator by 1000. Right? So there are three places after the decimal point. Therefore, by 1000. Right? So the numerator becomes 768. 0.768 into 1000 is 768 divided by denominator becomes 1600. Right? 1600. Therefore, so simplification part. So both the numbers are divisible by 4, I think, right? So we'll take 768 by 1600. So 4 into 1, 4 into 9, 4 into 2, right? Whereas 4 into 4 is 16, 2 zeros. Again, we can go for 4. 4 into 4, 16. 4 into 8, 32, right? Whereas 4 into 100 is 400, right? Again by 4, 4 into 1, 4 into 2, and 4 into 25 is 100, right? 12 by 25, 12 by 25. So still we can simplify. So 12 by 25 means 25. So 0 0.0. 25 into 4 is 100. So 20 is the remainder. So take 0. 25 into 8 is 200. Therefore, 0.48, right? 0.48 is the other decimal number, right? Therefore, option A is the right answer. Question number 12. In the Venn diagram below, what is the sum of the numbers that represent all those athletes who are not disciplined? So here we need to find a number of athletes who are not disciplined. So here, so look at this rectangular symbol. Rectangular symbol indicates disciplined, right? Disciplined people, disciplined students, right? So whereas athletic students are in circular, that means in circular set, right? So here the athletic numbers or athletic people who are not disciplined means, so the numbers which are not inside the rectangular portion, right? So here rectangular portion indicates disciplined, whereas the numbers inside the circle indicates all athletic people, athletic, right? So the athletic people, number of athletic people are athletes who are not disciplined. That means the numbers which are not inside the rectangle, right? Therefore, the numbers are 7, 5, and 4, right? So the athletes who are not disciplined are 7 plus 5 plus 4. Right? Totally it is 16, right? So 16 athletes are not disciplined athletes. In that, some are boys, some are girls, right? So the girls are 4 here. In rectangular portion, the number of girls are 4, and the remaining in the square portion, right? So the number of boys, right, are 2, but they are disciplined, right? By a discipline. Whereas this number, so one boy, so who is not an athlete, even 9 also. So the 9 boys are not athletes. So 7 are not disciplined, and also 5 and 4 are not disciplined, right? Totally it is 16 athletes are not disciplined athletes. Option B is the right answer. Question number 13. Samarth heading towards north walked 10 meter. He turns right and walks for 4 meters. Then he turns left and walks 6 meter. In which direction he is walking at last? So we'll consider the directions north, south, east and west, right? North, south, east and west. East and west. Samarth heading towards north, right? Walked 10 meters. So we'll consider his position somewhere here, right? So heading towards north means towards this direction, and he walked 10 meter. Towards north, he walked 10 meter. He turns right. To his right means towards east, right? Right? He turns right and walks for 4 meters, right? Then he turns left. His left means again towards north and walks for 6 meter, right? So in which direction he is walking at last? So now he is walking in which direction? North direction. He is walking towards north. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Question 14. A shuttlecock used for playing badminton has the shape of a frustum of a cone mounted on a hemisphere. The two diameters of the frustum are 5 cm and 2 cm. The height of the entire shuttlecock is 7 cm. Find the external surface area. Here, shuttlecock is used for playing badminton has the shape of a frustum. So here students, frustum means cut off part of a cone, right? So cut off part of a cone, right? So the figure which I have drawn here, so it is called a frustum, right? So of a cone mounted on a hemisphere. So mounted on a hemisphere, since it is shuttlecock, so its lower face, lower part is a hemisphere, like this, right? Mounted on a hemisphere. The two diameters of the frustum are 5 cm and 2 cm. So let the diameters be D1 and D2, right? So D1 is 5 cm and D2 is 2 cm, right? Therefore, so radius of the lower end of the frustum, so let it be R1, right? So radius R1 is half of diameter, which is 1 cm, and sorry, this is R2, radius of lower end of the frustum, and radius of the upper end of the frustum is 2.5 cm, half of the diameter, right? So height of the entire shuttlecock is 7 centimeter. So entire shuttlecock's height is, so up to this end, up to this part. So height is 7 centimeter. So height of the shuttlecock is 7 centimeter. Find the external surface area. So external surface area. So to find that, so we need slant height of the frustum. So which is L, right? So L be the slant height of the frustum. Right? How to find slant height? So to find slant height, we are considering not the whole height of the cock. So here 7 centimeter is height of the cock, right? So we are considering height of the frustum, which is 7 centimeter minus this 1 centimeter. Since 1 centimeter is radius of the lower end of the frustum, right? From, let it be point P to Q, this distance is also 1 centimeter. We have to subtract 1 centimeter, right? So here, height of the frustum, height of the frustum is 7 minus 1, 6 centimeter. Therefore, so we'll consider slant height of the frustum. Slant height L is equal to, here the formula we are using is, so h square plus, where h is height of the frustum, right? So here we'll consider this height of the frustum as h, which is 6 centimeter. This is height of the cone. So let it be capital H. Height of the cone be capital H, right? So h square plus, here the difference between two radii, right? So we'll consider R1 minus R2 the whole square, right? So we are applying Pythagoras theorem here, right? Pythagoras theorem. So L is equal to root of h square. So plus R1 minus R2 the whole square, right? Therefore, here h is height of the frustum, which is 6 centimeters, 6 square plus R1 minus R2 is 2.5 minus 1 the whole square. So we'll get 36 plus 1.5 the whole square, which is 2.25, which is root of 38.25. So you will get a slant height of the frustum as, so approximately 6.18 centimeter. So here we need to find external surface area of the shuttlecock, right? So external surface area becomes, so pi into R1 minus R2. So which is curved surface area of the frustum, right? CSA, curved surface area of the frustum, plus surface area of the hemisphere. So this surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi R2 square, right? So therefore it is, so pi into, so pi can be taken outside, right? So R1 minus R2. So here, so here students, so it's actually R1 plus R2, sorry, R1 plus R2, pi into R1 plus R2 plus 2 pi R2 square. So therefore it is pi into, am I right here? Yes. So R1 plus R2 becomes 3.5. Right. So pi into R1 plus R2 into L, which is slant height. So which is 6.18 plus, so pi is taken outside. So don't worry, here 2 pi into R1 square is this much. Therefore, external surface area A is equal to, so quickly we'll complete this. So pi into, here you will get 3.5 into 6, 6.18. So plus 1 as into pi. So finally you will get the answer as 74.26 after simplification, right? So external surface area, so which is sum of curved surface area of the frustum, curved surface area, and surface area of the hemisphere, surface area of hemisphere, right? Simplify it, students. So take the multiplication part and as well as simplification part. So by taking pi as 22 by 7, you will get the answer, right? Therefore, for the given question 74.26, something you will get. So approximately it is 74.29, right? So option C is the right answer. Question number 15. Samarth walks 10 kilometers towards east, then takes a right turn and walks 8 kilometers, and again takes left and walks 6 kilometers. In which direction is Samarth with respect to his starting point? So we'll consider the directions first. So north, south, east and west. East and west. Right? So Samarth walks 10 kilometers towards east. So we'll consider his position somewhere here, right? S be his initial position. He walks 10 kilometers towards east means towards east, right? He walks 10 kilometers. Then he takes right turn. His right turn means towards south now. He takes right turn, right? And walks 8 kilometers. So he walks 8 kilometers. Again, he takes left turn. So since he is facing south, his left becomes towards east. He takes left and walks 6 kilometers. Right? So let this be his final position. F be his final position. In which direction is Samarth with respect to his starting position? With respect to his starting position means yes. So Samarth is in which direction? So this direction is southeast direction. Right? So this is southeast direction. Southeast. Therefore, Samarth is now in southeast direction with respect to his starting position. Therefore, option D is the right answer. Question number 16. Which of the following numbers is a perfect square? So 441, 327, 192 and 333. So we all know that 441 is square of 21, right? So 21 square is 441. So if you want, you can go for division method to find square root of a number, right? So we'll check 441. So when you consider division method, since 441 is an odd number, it is not divisible by 2. Go for 3. Since sum of the numbers 4, 4 and 1. So 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3, right? Therefore, the whole number is divisible by 3. So 3 into 1 is 3. 1 is the remainder. Then 3 into 4, 12. 3 into 7, right? So again, this number is divisible by 3, right? So 3 into 4, 12. 3 into 9. Then 7 into 7 is 49, 7 into 1. Therefore, so 441 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Sorry, 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. Since we are finding square root, right here. Therefore, so 3, that means you have to consider two numbers which are similar numbers, 3 and 3, 7 and 7. Therefore, root of 441 is 3 into 7, which is 21. Right? Therefore, so 441 is a perfect square number, right? So if you want, if you can take the remaining numbers, 327. So consider the division method. Again, 327 is not an even number. So it is not divisible by 2. Consider 3, right? 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12, which is divisible by 3. Therefore, so you can consider 3. 3 into 1. So 2 is not divisible by 3. 3 into 9 is 27. Right? Where 109. So 109 is not divisible by 3 because 9 plus 1 is 10, which is not divisible by 3. Right? Now you can consider the remaining odd numbers like 7. 7 into 10, 70. And 39 is the remainder, which is not divisible by 7. Right? So you can go for 9. 109 is not divisible by 9. Right? Next, go for 11. No. 13. No, 109 is not divisible by 13. Even by 15, it is not divisible by 17. No, 109 is not divisible by 17. Then 19. No, so no need to go for any the remaining numbers. So 327 is not a perfect square number, right? So similarly, you can go for 192 and 333, which are not perfect square numbers. Only 441 is a perfect square number. Option A is the right answer. Question number 17. Who was the flag bearer for India at the 2016 Rio Olympics? So options are Sakshi Malik, Abhinav Bindra, Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu. Here students, Abhinav Bindra was the flag bearer, right? So option B. So he was the flag bearer for India at the 2016 Rio Olympics. So the events were organized in Rio de Janeiro, right? So events were organized in Rio de Janeiro place, right? Janeiro in Brazil. So from 5th August 2016 to 21st August 2016. right? So here India participated with the highest number of sports persons. So India participated with 120 sports persons. Participated with 120 sports persons. Right? So highest number of sports persons ever with Abhinav Bindra as the flag bearer. Right? So top 3 countries in the game were United States, UK and China. So here for the given question, Abhinav Bindra, option B is the right answer. Question number 18. How many atoms are present in one molecule of ozone? So what is ozone, students? Ozone is an allotrope of oxygen. So ozone is an allotrope of oxygen. So 3 atoms are present in one molecule of ozone, right? So 3 atoms are present. Atoms of oxygen, right? So oxygen. So for the given question, option B is the right answer, right? So ozone is also known as trioxygen. So it is also known as trioxygen. Because it contains 3 atoms of oxygen, right? So its chemical formula is O3. O3 is its chemical formula. So the formula was given by Jacques Louis Soret. So formula was given by, so ozone formula was given by Jacques Louis Soret in 1865. Right? So the word ozone has been derived from the Greek word ozine, right? Derived from Greek word ozine, right? Which means to smell. Ozine means to smell, right? So here option B is the right answer, right? 3 atoms are present in one molecule of ozone. Question 19. Consider the given statement as true and decide which of the given conclusions can definitely be drawn from the given statements. Here are 2 statements. So let us represent these statements in the form of Venn diagram, right? Some actors are businessmen. So here we have 2 sets, a set of actors and set of businessmen, right? Right? So in which some actors are businessmen. So we'll consider a set of actors and businessmen in which some actors are businessmen. We have a common portion between businessmen and set of actors, right? So second statement, all businessmen are intelligent. So that means a set of businessmen is completely included in set of intelligent, right? This is set of intelligent. So all businessmen are intelligent, right? So now come to the conclusion part. All actors are intelligent. So is this possible? Some actors are intelligent, right? Because every businessman is an intelligent here, according to statement 2, right? So all actors are intelligent. It is not possible, not true, because only some actors are intelligent, right? Some actors are intelligent, right? So second one, all businessmen are actors. So only some businessmen are actors because of this portion, right? Some actors are businessmen, therefore some businessmen are actors, right? All businessmen are actors, so not true, which is not true. Therefore, neither one nor two follows. Option A is the answer. Question number 20. Atomic mass of carbon is 12 and that of helium is 4. State which of the following statements is true for 1 mole of each of the elements. So students, what is 1 mole? First we need to know that, right? So here a mole, it doesn't depend on atomic number first of all, right? So a mole doesn't depend on atomic number. So it's just a unit. So it's a unit, right? So 1 mole is equal to 6.622 into 10 to the power of 23, right? So 1 mole of an atom is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms, right? 1 mole of it may be a carbon, it may be any element, right? Helium, right? So any element. So it doesn't depend on atomic number. It's just a number of atoms, right? Therefore, so here look at option D. So 1 mole of carbon will contain same number of atoms as present in 1 mole of helium, right? So option D is the right answer, right? So it has 1 mole of particles has 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 of that particle, right? So this number is known as Avogadro number. So this is called as Avogadro number, right? So which is irrespective of the element, right? So therefore, so option D is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 21. Indian athlete Neeraj Chopra created history by becoming the first Indian to get silver in the World Athletic Championship. What was his sport? So the World Athletic Champion Neeraj Chopra is associated with javelin throw, right? Option B is the right answer. So he also won the gold medal in 2016 South Asian Games. So he won gold medal in 2016 South Asian Games. And also in 2018 South Asian Games. So in 2018 Asian Games. And in 2018 Commonwealth Games. He was the flag bearer at the opening ceremony of 2018 Asian Games. So he was the flag bearer in 2018 Asian Games. Right? So he qualified for 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which are now rescheduled for 2021, right? So that means which were rescheduled for 2021 due to COVID-19, right? So here, for the given question, javelin throw, option B is the right answer. Question 22. Except helium, all noble gases have how many electrons in the outermost shell? Here, noble gases are nothing but inert gases or idle gases, right? They do not react with any of the atoms here, right? So because they attain the octet configuration. So in their outermost shell, there will be maximum, that means 8 number of electrons, except helium, because helium has atomic number 2, right? So its atomic number is 2. Therefore, so these 2 electrons will be occupied in first shell itself. 1 is 2. So in K shell, 2 electrons will be occupied, right? So the outermost shell will be the S subshell itself, the first subshell itself, right? So 2 electrons, right? All the electrons will be occupied in the first subshell itself, right? Because it has only one subshell in which the 2 electrons will be occupied, right? Except helium, all the remaining noble gases like neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, right? So neon, argon, right? Krypton, right? Xenon, radon. These are inert gases. They have octet configuration in their outermost shell. That means they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So whereas the electronic configuration of neon is 2, 8, so its atomic number is 10, right? So argon has electronic configuration 2, 8, 8. Krypton has electronic configuration 2, 8, 18, 8. Xenon has 2, 8, 18, 18, 8. Next comes radon, so which has 2, 8, 18, 32, 18, and 8. These are the electronic configuration. So in their outermost shell, they have 8 electrons, right? So they get octet configuration, right? Therefore, so our outermost shell of the inert gases or noble gases have 8 electrons except helium. Option D is the right answer. Question 23. Which of the following is present in the center of a flower? Right? So here center of the flower. So in which carpel is present? Right? Carpel is present in the center of the flower. Right? So we all know that in a typical flower, so there will be 4 whorls. Right? So the first and outermost whorl is calyx. So we have 4 parts in a flower. So which is calyx. Second one is corolla. Third one is androecium, and gynoecium. Fourth part is gynoecium. Right. So in calyx part, right? First part is outermost whorl is calyx, right? And sepals are the floral leaves of this whorl. So for example, if you consider a flower, right? So these are sepals. So outermost whorl is calyx. This part is calyx. Right? And the second whorl is corolla. So here petals are floral leaves here. So petals. So, right? If you consider like this, petals. So this part is corolla. Right? So, and the third part is androecium. So which is the male reproductive system. Right? Floral leaves are here. Here are stamens. So male part is this part. Stamen. So which is androecium part. Androecium. And the fourth part is gynoecium. So gynoecium is the female reproductive organ, right? So this part is gynoecium. Right. So the floral leaves here are carpels. So carpels are present here. Therefore, so this is the center of a flower, right? Center part. So this is center part of the flower. So in which carpels are present, right? So carpels are present in the center of the flower. Hence option C is the right answer. Question 24. A 150-meter long train traveling at 54 km per hour crosses a platform in 42 seconds. What is the length of the platform? So let us consider a train of length 150 meter, right? So we'll consider a train, right? So the length is 150 meter. So which is traveling at the speed of 54 km per hour. Right? It has to cross a platform. So we'll consider a platform somewhere here, right? This is platform. So train crosses the platform in 42 seconds. Complete platform in 42 seconds. What is length of the platform? Let us imagine X as length of the platform, right? So imagine train is crossing the platform here. So while crossing the platform, it has to cover its own length also. When train approaches somewhere here, right, just it is about to cross the platform, right? So while crossing the platform, right? So along with crossing the platform, train has to cover its own length. Therefore, so total distance will be, so x, which is length of the platform, right, plus 150 meter. X plus 150 meter will be the total distance to be traveled, right? So it takes 42 seconds, right? So time taken by the train to cross the platform is 42 seconds. And speed of the train is given. Speed of the train is 54 kilometer per hour. Right? We know the relation between speed, distance, and time, right? Since speed is distance by time, it is better to convert speed in terms of meter per second, right? Because the distance is in terms of meter, time is in terms of second, right? Therefore, 54 into kilometer is 1000 meter per hour. So 1 hour means 3600 seconds, right? So 2 zeros will get cancelled. So 18 into 2, 18 into 3. Right? And 2 into 5 is 10. So 3 into 5 is 15 meter per second is speed of the train, right? So therefore, speed is equal to distance by time. We know the relation, right? Distance by time. Here, we are going to find the value of x, which is length of the platform, right? So speed is 15 meter per second. Total distance is 150 plus x, right? So length of the train plus length of the platform, right? And train took 42 seconds of time, right? So what is the value of x? So 150 plus x is equal to 15 into 42, right? So here 15 into 42 is how much? 15 into 2, 30, 15 into 4, 60 plus 3, 63. 630, right? Therefore, value of x is 630 minus 150. So which is 530, 480. Yes, 480 meter is length of the platform, right? X is equal to 480 meter, right? To cross this 480 meter platform, train takes 42 seconds, right? Therefore, option D is the right answer. Question 25. The metal that can be cut with a knife is, options are copper, aluminum, iron, and sodium. So sodium is the metal that can be cut with a knife because sodium has one valence electron, right? So sodium atomic number is 11. So which is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and 3s1. So it has one electron in its outermost shell, right? Therefore, so it has one valence electron. The reasons are, so it has one valence electron and large size. So and also it has a body-centered cubic structure, right? So the unit cell consists of 8 sodium atoms at the 8 corners, right? So one atom at the center of the cube. So due to this structure, lot of empty space is present in the unit cell. So for example, if you consider a sodium atom, right? So here body-centered cubic structure means, so here, so unit cell consists of 8 sodium atoms. So one cell consists of 8 sodium atoms. So 5, 6, 7, and 8 atoms, right? And one atom at the center of the cube. So one atom, this outermost electron, so this will be at the center of the cube, right? Due to this structure, lot of empty space. So lot of empty space is present in the unit cell. Therefore, and also one valence electron in the outermost shell and large in size. So these factors led to weaker metallic bonds. So weaker metallic bonds. Metallic bonds. So this is the reason for easy cutting of sodium with a knife, right? Generally, all alkali metals can be easily cut with a knife, right? Generally, in general case, all alkali metals can be easily cut with a knife. Therefore, So option D is the right answer. Sodium is the metal that can be cut with a knife, whereas the remaining metals, copper, aluminum, and iron, right? So these are hard metals, right? So iron being the hardest amongst the given options, right? So they can be cut easily with a knife as they have stronger metallic bonds. These have stronger metallic bonds. Metallic bonds. Whereas sodium has weaker metallic bond. Therefore, this can be easily cut with knife. Option D is the right answer. Question 26. In which of the flowering plants are buds produced in the notches along the leaf margin? So here in bryophyllum, so buds are produced in the notches, right? Buds are produced in the notches along the leaf margin, right? So here the word bryophyllum is derived from two Greek words, bryon and phylon. Phylon. So bryon means sprout. Bryon means sprout. Phylon means leaf. It means leaf. So bryophyllum, it's a plant known for buds. So this plant is known for buds produced in the notches, right? Buds produced in the notches along the leaf margin, right? Therefore, these buds are, so the buds produced in the notches, these buds are vegetatively growing small plantlets on phylloclade margins and tips. So here, buds are vegetatively growing small plantlets on phylloclade margins and tips, right? So phylloclade means it is the aerial modification of stem having several nodes and internodes, and it is modified into flat, fleshy, and green leaf-like structure, right? So here for the given question, option B is the right answer. So bryophyllum, for flowering plants, the buds are produced in the notches. So whereas the remaining options, bryophyta is a phylum of plant kingdom in which the most simple and primitive land plants are included, right? So it includes primitive land plants, right? So like Faneria, right? So Riccia, etc. So whereas banana, it's a berry fruit, and it is the largest herbaceous flowering plant, right? So herbaceous flowering plant, and rose is, it's an ornamental flowering plant, right? So that propagates by stem cutting. So for the given question, option B is the right answer. Question 27. Select the missing word from the given related pair of words. So ancient is related to old, therefore bedspread is related to. So here students, so old is the synonym of ancient. So these are the synonyms. So which gives a similar meaning, right? Similar meaning. Therefore, so here old is a synonym of ancient. Therefore, synonym of bedspread is comforter. Option A is the right answer, right? So comforter. Option A. Question number 28. The molecular formula of propane is. So propane comes under the family of alkanes, right? So it comes under the family of alkanes, right? So general formula for alkane is, so CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula. Since the word propane means 3, prop means 3. Therefore, number of carbon atoms are 3 in propane, right? So carbon atoms are 3, right? Therefore, hydrogen atoms will be 2 into 3 plus 2. CnH2n plus 2 means C3H2 into 3 plus 2, which is C3H8. right? So that means here carbon and carbon atoms are bonded with single bond, right? So they have single bond between them. That means if here are three carbon atoms, since it is propane, right? So carbon, it has it's a tetravalent. That means so four more electrons can be occupied, right, in its outermost shell. Therefore, so these electrons are hydrogen electrons, right? So hydrogen, 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 then two hydrogens can be occupied, and in the remaining carbon atom, yes, three more hydrogen can be occupied. Therefore, it is C3H8, right? C3H8 is the molecular formula of propane, right? So whereas for methane, it is CH4. So methane means, meth means one, right? So CH4 is methane. Next, if there are four carbon atoms, it becomes C4H10, which is butane, right? If it is ethane, it becomes a C2, how much? H, so 2 into 2, which is 4 plus 2 is 6, which is ethane, right? Meth, eth, prop, but, right? So therefore, so here prop is the third member of the alkane family, Therefore, its molecular formula is C3H8. Option C is the right answer. Question 29. The science fiction book The Extraterrestrial Delivery is penned by which Indian author? So the science fiction book The Extraterrestrial Delivery is penned by Sudipta Das. Option A is the right answer, right? So the book was nominated for the International Dublin Literary Award 2018. So it was nominated for the International Dublin Literary Award in 2018, right? 2018. So this book deals with science fiction, right, in which the author has brilliantly portrayed the story of an alien of the far-off planet and has used the concepts of physics and metaphysics. So used the concept of physics and metaphysics. Physics and metaphysics. So in which, so the author has brilliantly portrayed the story of an alien of the far-off planet, right? So for the given question, option A is the right answer. Question number 30. Which major bank has launched the Unnati credit card in 2017 to enhance credit inclusion in India? To enhance credit inclusion in India, SBI has launched the Unnati credit card, right, in 2017. Option A is the right answer, right? So this facility is available only in accounts where minimum balance of 20,000 is available, right, is maintained. So it is available only in accounts with minimum balance, with minimum of 20,000 rupees is maintained, right? We have to maintain 20,000 rupees minimum balance in the account, then only this Unnati credit card will be available, right? So here, this facility is provided without checking the credit history of the customer, because already 20,000 rupees is maintained in the account. Therefore, so this facility is provided, right, without checking the credit history, right? So without checking the credit history. So here the word Unnati means progress. So its meaning is progress. Thus, the credit card aimed to bring progress in the credit inclusion in India, right? Therefore, so option A. So SBI Bank has launched this Unnati credit card, right, to enhance credit inclusion in India. Option A is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions and if you want to practice many more entrance exam question papers also, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 31. Which is the form of energy that does not occur while riding a bicycle? So here the options are chemical energy, heat energy, mechanical energy, and kinetic energy. So which form of energy does not occur while riding a bicycle, right? So here students, so heat energy is produced while riding a bicycle, right? So due to the friction between the tires and the surface of the road, heat energy is produced, right? So it is produced due to the friction between the tires and surface of the road, between the tires and surface of road, right? So which form of energy does not occur, right? So the question is which form of energy does not occur. So here heat energy occurs, right? Whereas mechanical energy means it's the combination of kinetic and potential energy, right? So kinetic energy plus potential energy is called mechanical energy, right? So due to the motion of, right, due to the movement or motion of the bicycle, so kinetic energy occurs, right? So kinetic energy is nothing but energy occur due to the motion of a body, right? Therefore, kinetic energy occurs. It occurs due to the motion, due to the movement or motion of the bicycle. Right? So since mechanical energy is combination of kinetic and potential energy, so here, so potential energy is nothing but energy possessed by a body by the virtue of its stationary position is called potential energy. So for example, when a, a stone is kept, right? So at certain height, the stone is kept at certain height, right? It possesses some energy, which is called potential energy, right? So it can displace an object from one position to another, or it can change the shape of an object when it is fallen down, right? So the energy which is stored in a body is called potential energy. Energy stored in a body or energy possessed by a body by the virtue of its position, by the virtue of its stationary position is called potential energy, right? So therefore, when the bicycle is moving, it possesses both kinetic and potential energy. Therefore, mechanical energy also occurs, right? So all these three energy forms occur when bicycle is moving, when a person is riding a bicycle, whereas chemical energy does not occur, right? Because here, so it doesn't come into the picture, right? While riding a bicycle does not occur because chemical energy is nothing but, so there is no chemical reaction take place, right? Hence no chemical energy. So in case of chemical energy, so energy that allows a substance to undergo a chemical reaction is called chemical energy, right? So here the bicycle doesn't undergo any chemical reaction. Therefore, chemical energy doesn't occur. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Question 32. Choose the correct analogous word pair from the given alternatives. People is related to person. So here, people is plural form of person, right? So therefore, the logic here is, or the pattern here is plural, right? And singular. Plural, singular pattern, right? So here, option A. Nucleus, nuclei. So here, nucleus is singular, whereas nuclei is plural. Right? So this option A doesn't follow the same pattern, right? The first word has to be plural, right? Radius, radii, where radius is a singular word, right? So singular word, radii is plural. Cacti, cactus. So cacti is plural form of cactus, right? Therefore, it follows the same pattern. Cacti is plural, cactus is singular, right? Therefore, option C is the right answer, right? Whereas fungus is singular, fungi is plural, right? It doesn't follow the same pattern. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Question 33. Use each of the below figures only once and form three groups. So the three groups so formed are, so here are 9 different figures. So we have to form 3 different groups out of them, right? So here we'll consider first figure 1, next 3 and 9, right? So can we take 1, 3 and 9? Right, so look at first figure. So where the smaller figure, so which is a triangular one, which is inside the bigger one, right? So when you take the third one also, the smaller figure is inside the bigger figure, and figure 9, right, here also the smaller figure is inside the bigger one, right? So here the pattern is smaller figure is inside the bigger one, right? So we'll form another group. So consider second figure, fifth one and sixth one, right? So 2, 5 and 6, right? So in all the three, right, second, fifth and sixth figures, so 2 lines which are inside the figure, they divide the figure into 4 parts, right? So 2 lines inside the figure divide the figure into four parts. Therefore, so we can form a group by taking second, fifth and sixth figures, right? So the remaining figures are 3, right? So fourth, seventh and eighth. So we'll consider 4, 7 and 8th figure. So in all the 3 figures, so we have a bigger figure, right, followed by the same smaller figure, right? The same shaped smaller figure, right? So consider the 7th figure there also, right? So as a bigger figure followed by the same smaller figure. So 8th figure also, so here is a bigger figure followed by the smaller figure, right? So therefore, so the pattern is bigger figure followed by or attached by, right? So followed by same smaller figure, same shaped smaller figure. Therefore, we can form 3 groups, right? So their arrangement is 1, 3, 9. So we can cancel, yes, A, B and D options 1, 3, 9, 2, 5, 6 and 4, 7, 8. Hence, option C is the right answer. Question 34. Find the value of the given expression. Students, to solve this, we are using BODMAS rule. So according to which, let us remove the bracket part, right, in the given expression. So there is one bracket part. So to remove this bracket, we have to solve the operations which are inside the bracket, right? So the operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? So these operations, when in order to solve these operations, right, so we have to go for BODMAS rule again, right? So first comes the division, operation division, right? Because after removing the bracket, there comes off part. There is no off part inside the bracket. Directly we'll start with the division followed by multiplication, addition and subtraction, right? So here the given expression becomes 122 plus 345 minus 1 into, so consider 1011 divided by 337. What's the answer? 1011 by 337. So I think into 3, right? 7 into 3, 21. 3 into 3, 9 plus 2, 11. Then 3 into 3, 9 plus 1, 10. Yes. So 337 into 3 gives 1011. 1011. Therefore, So 1011 by 337 gives you 3, right? So after the division, so here comes multiplication part. Therefore, you should go for -1 into +3, right? So 122 plus 345 -1 into 3 is -3, right? Now comes addition. So 122 plus 345. So 5 plus 2, 7, 4 plus 2, 6, 3 plus 1, 4. 467 minus 3 is equal to 464. Right? 464 is the final answer. Option D. Question 35. The minimum number of straight lines required to construct the given figure. So minimum number of straight lines to construct the given figure. So we have to consider the bigger lines, right? No need to consider the small triangles separately, right? So the minimum means directly we'll take the bigger lines. So 3 bigger lines to form triangles, right? So 3 lines, straight lines to form a triangle. So inside which, so we can draw a straight line like this, right? Horizontally. So 1 more straight line and 3 straight lines, right? So here completes horizontal lines, right? So from here, so let us draw 1, 2, and 3 straight lines, right? So together it is 3 plus 3 plus 3. Right? To complete the smaller triangles inside, the smaller one inside, so we have to start joining these points, 1 and 2 line, right? 2 lines are enough. Am I right? 2 lines are enough. Therefore, plus 2. So together it is 11, right? So minimum 11 straight lines are required to construct. So this type of figure, right? Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question 36. Which of the following regions has the highest potential of wind energy? So the potential of wind energy is highest in Western Ghats. Option A is the right answer. Right? Students, Western Ghats, so also known as Sahyadri. Right? So it is also known as Western Ghat is also known as Sahyadri. Sahyadri, right? So it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the 8 hotspots of biological diversity in the world. So it is UNESCO World Heritage Site. World Heritage Site. Right? It's one of the 8 hotspots of biological diversity in the world, right? So here, so it has highest potential of wind energy, right? So these regions, Western Ghats regions have the highest potential of wind energy, right, among the given 4 options. So according to recent study, high capacity utilization factor, potential for wind energy, right, regions is distributed in the states of Andhra Pradesh. So these potential for wind energy regions. Wind energy regions are found in the states of Andhra Pradesh, then Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Right? Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. Right? So as of 29th February 2020, the total installed wind power capacity in India was 37.6 gigawatt, right? So total installed wind power energy, installed wind power capacity in India, so it was 37.669 gigawatts. Right? The 4th largest installed wind power capacity in the world. So this is the 4th largest wind power capacity in the world. In the world. Therefore, for the given question, so the Western Ghat region has the highest potential for wind energy. Question 37. Consider the given argument and decide which of the given assumptions is implicit. Right? Argument is Y advised X that if he or she wants to study management, he should join IIM. Right? So here the assumptions are IIM provides good management education and X listens to the advice given by Y. So these are the two assumptions. So here students, so when you take assumption 1, right? So it can be assumed that IIM does provide good management studies. So that is why Y advised X, right? Therefore, so first assumption supports the argument, right? So supports the argument, right? Therefore, it is implicit. Whereas the second one, X listens to the advice given by Y, right? If Y is advising X, therefore, it can be assumed that X listens to I, right? So it can be assumed that X listens to Y, right? Therefore, so assumption 2 also supports the argument. It supports the argument because X is advising Y, right? Therefore, we can assume that Y is advising X, therefore Y advised to X, therefore, so we can assume that X listens to Y. Therefore, so both, right? Both 1 and 2 are implicit. Option D is the right answer. Question 38. Which famous film actress and celebrity won the PETA Person of the Year award in 2017? So, Anushka Sharma, right? So, Anushka Sharma won the PETA Person of the Year award in 2017. Here, PETA established on 1980, March 22nd, right? So, established on 22nd March 1980, right? So, its headquarters are so in Norfolk, Virginia, and United States. Headquartered in Norfolk, Virginia, and United States. So here, so in 2017, Anushka Sharma won this award, right? So whereas Indian cricket team captain, so the ex-captain Virat Kohli was named People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, right? So from PETA, right? India's Person of the Year for 2019, right? So recently the Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, has been conferred with the Hero to Animals Award, right, by PETA, India, for feeding animals during the lockdown in India. Therefore, so for the given question, so option D is the right answer. Question 39. So which of the answer figures is correct water image of the given problem figure? So water image means inverted image of the given figure, right? So inverted image, or when the given figure is kept upside down, right? So turning the given figure upside down, you will get the water image, exactly upside down, right? So turning upside down. So which means, so when the object or the given figure is facing upwards, so in its water image, so it will be facing downwards, right? So therefore, so this is the problem figure. So its image looks, so here the whole figure is, right? So which is downwards, right? So when you take a square like this, right? In its bottom corner, the figure is right in its bottom corner. In its image, right, in its water image, so figure will be in its top right corner, right? So top right corner, therefore figure will be here in the top right corner, right? So upside down of the given figure will be, so this rectangular portion will be as it is, right? Here is an arrow mark which is facing upwards. In its image, this will be facing downwards. So I'm showing now the arrow mark which is facing downwards, right? So inside the rectangular portion, here is a small triangular portion which is facing downwards. Therefore, in the image part, this small triangular portion will be facing upwards, right? And here is a small rectangular bar, right? So to the left, so which is very nearer to the small triangle. And here also in its image, so this small triangular bar will be very nearer to the, not triangular, but small rectangular bar will be very nearer to the triangle, right? Therefore, this is the water image of the given problem figure, right? Or inverted image, right? Therefore, look at the options. So look at the options. So option A, right? So in option A, yes, it is the exact water image of the given problem figure, not option A, figure A, not option A, it is figure A, right? So among four options, so option C contains figure A, hence option C is the right answer. Question number 40. Freedom Trail. So it's a 2.5-mile long passage that offers a rich insight into the American Revolution. In which US city would you find this famous and historic trail? So in Boston City, right? So in US, we can find this famous and historic trail, right? So this Freedom Trail was established in 1951, right? So it was established in 1951, right? So it's a 2.5-mile long passage, right? The path through downtown Boston. So Freedom Trail, it's a unique collection of museums, churches, meeting houses, and historic markers. So it's a unique collection of museums, churches, meeting houses, historic markers, etc. Right? Historic markers. So that tell the story of the American Revolution and beyond, right? So for the given question, so option A is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question 41. Who took charge as the new Comptroller and Auditor General of India in 2017? So CAG of India in 2017. So option A, Rajiv Maharshi, right, took charge as the new Comptroller and Auditor General, right, in 2017. So Rajiv Maharshi, so he's the 13th CAG of India, right? So 13th CAG of India. Right? So the Comptroller and Auditor General of India is an authority that audits all receipts and expenditure of the government of India, right? So who audits all receipts and expenditure of the government of India and state governments, right? So of the union government and state government, right? Union government and state government. Right? So this is established by Article 148 of the Constitution of India. So established by Article 148 of the Constitution of India. So the CAG is mentioned in the Constitution of India under Article 148 and 151, 148 to 151. So the Comptroller and Auditor General of India are appointed by the President of India, right? So they are appointed by the President of India. President of India. Therefore, for the given question, so Rajiv Maharshi took charge as a new Comptroller and Auditor General of India in 2017, right? Option A. Question number 42. Consider the given question and decide which of the following statements is sufficient to answer the question. Which of the natural numbers A, B, C, D, and E are odd numbers? So they have given 5 natural numbers A, B, C, D, and E, right? So which of the natural numbers are odd numbers they are asking, right? So the natural numbers contain both even and odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So on, right? So here there are 2 statements, right? So A, B, C, D, and E are natural numbers. So using the first statement, we cannot find the odd number. So which one is odd number? Which is not sufficient, right? Not sufficient. Because if A, B, C, D are natural numbers, so these natural numbers can be both even and odd, right? Because natural numbers can be both even and odd, right? So we cannot differentiate even and odd here, right? So since the particular number is not given here, so B is a prime number. B is a prime number is given. So here we know that even 2 is a prime number. Prime numbers are, so 2, then 3, next comes 5, 7, 11. These are prime numbers, right? So except 2, the remaining are odd numbers, right? So here, if B is equal to 2, right? Of course, it's a prime number. B is not an odd number. So we cannot conclude B is an odd number, right? So by considering it as a prime number, so we cannot conclude B as odd number, right? And also the information about A, C, D, and E are not given particularly, whether they are odd numbers and even numbers. Therefore, so the second statement is also not sufficient to answer the question. Not sufficient. Right? Therefore, so neither 1 nor 2 is sufficient to answer the given question. Option B is the right answer. Right? So the first and foremost reason is, so they have not given what are the even numbers and odd numbers particularly. Right? So they have given these 5 are natural numbers. They can be even or odd. Right? Now, and the second one is B is a prime number. Even 2 is a prime number, which is an even number, not odd number, right? Therefore, the given 2 statements are not sufficient to answer the question. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Question 43. Select the wrong number from the given series. So here students, 6, 12, 20, 32, 42, 56 and 72 are the numbers, right? So we'll consider first 2 numbers, right? 6 and 12, right? So when 6 is added to the first number, you will get the second number. So consider the third number. So 12 plus 8 is 20, where 8 is 2 more than 6, right? So 6 plus 2 is 8. Right? So to get the next number, we have to add the number which is 2 more than 8, right? Which is 10, right? So 8 plus 2 is 10. Therefore, we have to add 10 to get the next number. Therefore, the fourth number is 30. So in the given series, the fourth number is 32, which is wrong. Right? So the wrong number is 32, option C. So to verify this, so we'll follow the same rule by considering the next number. So 30 plus the number to be added here is 12, where 12 is 2 more than 10, right? Therefore, 30 plus 12 is 42. Therefore, the answer is verified, right? Whereas 42 plus, we have to add 14, right? 42 plus 14 is 56, and 56 plus we have to add 16 here, right? So 56 plus 16 is 72, right? So here in each step, the numbers added are 2 more than the previous numbers, right? So 12 plus 2, 14 plus 2, right? Therefore, the wrong number is 32. So instead it should be 30, right? 30 is the right number. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Question 44. Name the Indian entrepreneur, co-founder and owner of India's low-cost airline SpiceJet. So here options are Ratan Tata, Vijay Mallya, Ajay Singh and Captain G.R. Gopinath. So here Ajay Singh. So he's the Indian entrepreneur, co-founder and owner of India's low-cost airline SpiceJet, right? So on 15th January 2015, so Ajay Singh reacquired the ownership of SpiceJet from Sun Group's chairman, right? So on 15th January 2015, he reacquired ownership of reacquired the ownership from Sun Group's chairman. Sun Group's chairman and managing director, and from Sun Group's chairman and managing director Kalanithi Maran. Kalanithi Maran. Right? So Ajay Singh holds a 59.13% stake in SpiceJet Airlines. So he holds 59.13% stake. Right? Therefore, for the given question, option C is the right answer. Question 45. Which one of the following derives nutrition from plants as a parasite? So, malaria parasite, bryophyllum, lice, and cuscata. So, here option D, cuscata. Right? It derives nutrition from plants as a parasite. So, what are parasites, students? Parasite, it's an organism, right, that lives on or inside other living organisms to derive their food are called parasites, right? So it's an organism that lives on or that lives inside other living organisms, inside other living organisms to derive their food, are called parasites, right? So all parasitic plants have modified roots called haustoria, right? All parasitic plants have modified roots called haustoria. Parasites may cause harm to the host. So for example, cascata, then loranthus, right, etc., sandalwood tree, etc., right? Therefore, for the given question, so cascata derives nutrition from plants, right, as a parasite. Option D. Question number 46, right? So study the table given below carefully and answer the following question. So the average salary per year during period 2001 to 2006 is, so we have to find average salary. So salary in each year is given 2001 to 2006. So just add all these salaries and divide by number of years, which is 6, right? Therefore, we are considering average salary as, according to the concept of average, it is total salary divided by number of years. So we are considering years from 2001 to 2006. Therefore, we are considering 6 years, right? So total salary is, so 1,500 in 2001, next 2,600 in 2002, 3,200 in 2003, next comes 4,100, 5,000 plus 5,200, right? Divided by number of years are 6 years, right? So when we add these salaries, you'll get 21,600 divided by 6, right? So 6 into 3, 18, then 6 into 6 is 2 zeros. So 3,600 rupees is the average salary, right, per year. Therefore, so look at the options. Average salary is 3,600. Option B is the right answer. Question 47. The selling price of an item inclusive of 10% profit was 440 rupees. What would be the percentage loss if the item was sold for 370 rupees, right? So whether it is profit or loss, so it depends on the cost price and selling price of an item, right? First, we need to find cost price of an item. Then we can easily find percentage loss of the item when it was sold for 370 rupees, right? So let us consider the formula for profit and loss percentage, right? Profit percentage is equal to, so selling price minus cost price over the cost price into 100. Right? So selling price of an item was 440 rupees. So that there was a profit of 10%, right? What was the cost price of the item? So it is fixed, right? Right? So cost price we need to find. Let us consider cost price as X rupees. Let cost price be X rupees, right? So using this information, we'll find the cost price first. Then we have to find percentage loss percentage. So if cost price is greater than selling price, there will be a loss, right? Therefore, the formula says cost price minus selling price over the cost price into 100. Right? Here, selling price is given, right? The selling price is 370 rupees. Cost price we need to find now using profit percentage, right? So finally we can find the loss percentage, right? So let cost price be X rupees. Here the profit percentage was 10% is equal to selling price is 440 rupees minus cost price is X over the cost price again X into 100. Simplify it. So 10x divided by 100 is equal to 440 minus x, right? So simplify it. So x by 10. So x by 10 means x is equal to 10 into 440 minus x. So 4,400 minus 10x, or so take this 10x to the other side, it becomes 11x. X plus 10x becomes 11x is 4,400, or value of x becomes 4,400 by 11. 11 into 4 is 44, 2 zeros. So x is 400 rupees, or cost price of the item is 400 rupees, right? So take this cost price to the other side, right? So when the item is sold for 370 rupees, cost price is 400 rupees, there is a loss, right? Therefore, loss percentage is cost price is how much? 400 rupees minus selling price is 370, right? Into cost price. So 100 into 4, right? So loss percentage is 30 by 4. So which is equal to 7. 4 into 7 is 28. 7.5. So loss percentage is 7.5%. Option A. Question number 48. In a 900 meters race, Satish beats Kiran by 270 meters and Rahul by 340 meters. By how many meters does Kiran beat Rahul in the same race? So we'll consider the race of 900 meters, right? So here, when Satish reaches the destination, right? So he covers 900 meters, right? He beats Kiran by 270 meters. So when he reaches the destination, this is the destination. So he beats Kiran by 270 meters. So this distance is 270 meters, right? So where Kiran reaches the point, right? Therefore, Kiran has covered 900 minus 270 meters at that time, right? So, which is 630 meters, right? When Satish reaches the destination, distance covered by Kiran, distance covered by Kiran is equal to 630 meter, right? At the same time, Rahul covered some distance, right? Where Satish beats Rahul by 340 meter. So here, so if Rahul reaches this point, right, distance between destination to Rahul is 340 meter. Therefore, distance covered by Rahul will be, he covers a distance of 900 minus 340, right? So which is 560. Am I right? Therefore, distance covered by Rahul. Distance covered by Rahul is 560 meter. What is asked in the question? By how many meters does Kiran beat Rahul in the same race? So let us consider Kiran and Rahul's speed, right? So before going to the distance covered by them, right? So the ratio of their speed, ratio of their speed or ratio of speeds of Kiran and Rahul. Right? So if Kiran can cover 630 meter, Rahul can cover 560 meter, right? Because speed is directly proportional to distance, right? Therefore, so 630 by 560. So here 7 into 9 is 63, 7 into 8, right? So the ratio of their speeds is 9:8. 9:8. Right? So that means if Kiran covers 900 meters of distance, right? Rahul can cover 800 of distance, right? Therefore, if Kiran reaches 900 meters, 900 meter, because here the destination distance is 900 meter, right? So in a 900 meters race, right? So therefore, if Kiran reaches 900 meter, Rahul can cover 800 meters. Therefore, so by how many meters does Kiran beat Rahul in the same race? So Kiran beats Rahul by 900 minus 800, right? So by 100 meter, right? So this is mainly based on the ratio of their speeds, right? Therefore, so Kiran can beat Rahul by 100 meters. Option B is the right answer. Question 49. Dash reproduces by multiple fission. So what is multiple fission? It's a process of asexual reproduction in which a single parent cell is divided into many daughter cells. It's a process of asexual reproduction. Process of asexual reproduction. Right? So in which single cell is divided into many daughter cells. Many daughter cells. Right? For example, plasmodium, right? So here among 4 options, we have plasmodium. So plasmodium reproduces by multiple fission, right? So here malaria, it's a disease caused by plasmodium, right? So plasmodium causes malaria. So it belongs to the phylum Apicomplexa. So plasmodium belongs to phylum Apicomplexa. Therefore, for the given question, option B is the right answer. So it's a eukaryote, right? Unicellular eukaryotes that are obligate parasites of vertebrates and insects. So these plasmodium are therefore. So option B. Question number 50. If 2 secant square x minus tan square x is equal to 5, where x lies between 0 and 90 degree, then the value of x is. So here 2 secant square x minus tan square x is 5. So let us express secant square x in terms of tan square x, right? We know that 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. Right? So trigonometric identities, right? So we can write 2 secant square x as 2 into 1 plus tan square x, right? Minus tan square x is equal to 5. Expand this. So 2 into 1 is 2 plus 2 into tan square x is 2 tan square x minus tan square x is equal to 5. Therefore, so 2 plus tan square x is equal to 5, right? Therefore, tan square x value is 5 minus 2, which is 3. If tan square x is 3, so what's the value of tan x? Tan x becomes root of 3. So for what value of x, tan x becomes root 3? It is given that, strictly given that, so x lies between 0 and 90 degree, right? So when x is equal to 60 degree, tan x is, that means tan 60 is root 3, right? Therefore, value of x is 60 degree. Option B is the right answer. Question number 51. Veer spends 15% of his monthly income on the house rent and 60% of the rest on household expenditure. If he saves 2,210 rupees, what is his monthly income? So let us assume his monthly income as X rupees, right? So monthly income as X rupees, right? He spends 15% of his monthly income on the house rent. So for house rent, he spends 15% of X rupees, right? 15% of monthly income becomes 15% of X rupees, right? 60% of the rest on household expenditures. So what is the rest amount, right? So remaining income becomes remaining amount becomes its total income minus house rent becomes remaining, right? So total income, according to our assumption, it is X rupees minus 15% of X, right? So 15% means 15 by 100. So we'll take 100 as LCM. So 100X minus 15X, which is 85X by 100. 85% of his total income is remaining now, right? So now in that 60% of the remaining amount for household expenditure, right? So for household expenditure, right? So he spends 60% of this remaining amount, which is 85x by 100. 85x by 100, right? So what is his expenditure now? 60% of 85x by 100. So that means 60 by 100 into 85x by 100. So which means his savings becomes 40% of this remaining amount, right? So therefore savings is equal to, if 60% of remaining amount is for household expenditure, the remaining 40% of 85x by 100 becomes his savings. And it is directly given that 2,210 rupees is his savings, right? Therefore, 2,210 rupees is equal to 40% of, means 40 by 100 into 85x by 100. What is asked in the question? What is his monthly income? We have to find the value of X, right? So consider his savings, 40% of remaining amount. So here, so we can cancel 0 Then 4 into 25 is 100. And 5 into 5, 5 into 1, into 7, right? So therefore, we have 17x by 10 into 5 is 50 as 2210, right? Therefore, so 17x becomes 50 into 2210. So value of x is 50 into 2210 by 17, right? So 50 into, so 221 by 17 becomes 17 into 1, 17, then 5, 17 into 3, right? So 17 into 130 becomes 2210. So 130 into 5. So we have 13 into 5, 65, 2 zeros, right? So therefore, X is 6,500 rupees. That means his monthly income. Monthly income. Right? His monthly income is 6,500 rupees. Option A is the right answer. Question number 52. When a ray of light travels from a denser medium to rarer medium, it bends. So we'll consider a denser medium, for example, a glass slab. So we are considering a glass slab, right? So when a ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, let the rarer medium be air. So it's a rarer medium. So slab is a denser medium, right? So we'll consider a ray of light like this. A ray of light travels from denser to rarer medium, right? So at the interface, right? So interface between denser and rarer medium. So when a perpendicular is drawn at the interface, we call it as a normal. Right here, ray of light is incident on the interface, right, between denser and rarer medium. So this ray of light moves away from the normal like this, right? So when the same ray of light is incident from rarer to denser medium, it moves towards the normal. Here it is, the ray of light is from denser to rarer medium, right? So it moves away from the normal and its speed increases, it speeds up, right? So why it bends away from the normal? So because angle of refraction would be greater than angle of incidence. So what is angle of incidence? Angle between the incident ray and the normal is angle of incidence, which I am considering as I, right? Here I am taking this as I, right? I is angle of incidence, right? So at the interface, this is interface, right? So angle between incident ray and the normal is angle of incident, right? When the ray moves away from the normal, right? So R is angle of refraction. This is refracted ray. This is refracted ray, right? So R is angle between angle of refraction, which is nothing but angle between refracted ray and the normal, right? So this is angle of refraction. Right, so you can easily come to know that angle of refraction R is greater than I, right? Therefore, so the ray of light or the refracted ray moves away from the normal and its speed increases, right? So the amount of bending, so to what extent it bends away from the normal, it depends on the indices of refraction of the two media. So what is the, depends on the refractive index of the different media, right? Therefore, so the bending depends on refractive indices of two media, right? So here you should know that when it travels from denser to rarer medium, so the refracted ray of light moves away from the normal, hence, and also its speed increases, speeds up. Therefore, look at the options. Option D is the right answer. Question 53. Find the fraction which is as much greater than 4 by 7 as it is less than 5 by 6. So let us assume the fraction as A. A be a fraction which is as much greater than 4 by 7. As much means let it be x greater than 4 by 7. And the same fraction is, it is x less than 5 by 6. Right? X less than 5 by 6. So that means here A is a fraction. A is a fraction. How much greater? The same amount of less than 5 by 6. Therefore, so the fraction A can be written as, it is x greater than 4 by 7, right? So that means 4 by 7 plus x, right? The fraction can be written as 4 by 7 plus x, and it is x less than 5 by 6. The same fraction A is, so x less than 5 by 6 means 5 by 6 minus x. It is x less than, right? Therefore, so from first relation, so fraction is x greater than 4 by 7. Therefore, x can be written as, how much? A minus 4 by 7. Am I right? And the same x can be written as, when the fraction is x less than 5 by 6, same x can be written as 5 by 6 minus a. So we can equate these two right hand sides, right? So, right? Therefore, so two right hand sides are equal to x, the same value, right? Therefore, a minus 4 by 7 is equated to 5 by 6 minus a. So what is asked in the question? Find the fractions. We need to find the value of a, right? So take this minus a to the other side, it becomes 2a is equal to 5 by 6 plus 4 by 7, right? So in which, so 2a is equal to, so LCM is 6 into 7, which is 42, and the numerator becomes a 5 into 7 plus 4 into 6, right? 2a is equal to 35 plus 24 divided by 42, right? So which is equal to 59 by 42 is 2a. Therefore, value of a is 59 by 42 into 2, which is 59 by 84. Therefore, the fraction is 59 by 84. So look at option A. Option A is the right answer. Question 54. Which is the political party started by Telugu film actor Chiranjeevi, who later merged it with the Indian National Congress? So the political party started by Telugu film actor Chiranjeevi, so who later merged it with the Indian National Congress is Praja Rajyam Party. Option C is the right answer, right? So the first public meeting was held by Chiranjeevi on 26th August 2008. So the first meeting was on 26th August 2008, right, at Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh, right? So on 6th February 2011, so Chiranjeevi announced that his party would be merged with Indian National Congress. So merged with the Indian National Congress Party on 6th February 2011. Right? So he served as the Minister of State with independent charge for the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, right? 2012 to 2014, he served as the Minister of State, right? So with the independent charge for the Ministry of Tourism. So here for the given question, option C is the right answer. So, and also Chiranjeevi awarded Padma Bhushan from the Government of India in 2006, right? So awarded Padma Bhushan in 2006. So for the given question, so Praja Rajyam Party is the right answer. Question 55. Sound travels at a speed of 333 meter per second in the air. Thus, in 1 second, a distance of 333 meter is traveled by dash. So, as we all know that sound travels at 333 meter per second speed, right? So, this distance of 333 meter is traveled by disturbance. Option D is the right answer. So, sound travels in the form of disturbance. We all know that. So if you consider a sound wave, we have compressions and rarefactions. So these are compressions, right? Compressions, or we can call it as crests and troughs, right? Compressions and rarefactions. Rarefactions. So here, as the wave pulse passes through, right? So these are waves, right? Passes through, the particles in the air oscillate back and forth. So each particle in the air, so they oscillate back and forth. So back and forth means to and front, right? Back and forth about their equilibrium position, right? This is mean position or equilibrium position. So about which the particle moves back and forth, right? So, but it is the disturbance which travels in the air, right? Not the individual particle. So this is called disturbance. Disturbance, not the particle, right? Therefore, so for the given question, so the distance is traveled by the disturbance in the air, right? So whereas the remaining options are receiver, particles, and source. So here receiver, it's a device, right? Receiver is a device that accepts signals such as radio waves, and this receiver converts the signals into useful form, right? So it's a device. So it converts audio signals. Audio signals. Whereas particles, so what is a particle? It's a portion of matter, right? It's a small portion of matter. Whereas a source, so here sources are objects which encode message data and transmit the information via channel, right? So to one or more observers or receivers. So these are objects to transmit information, used to transmit information, right? So for the given question, so sound waves, so they travel, so and the distance traveled by disturbances in the air, right? So option D. Question number 56. Solve the following expression. So in order to solve any mathematical expression, we have to follow BODMAS rule. So according to which bracket part, B stands for bracket, right? So we have to remove the bracket part first. So the order of removing these brackets should be, so first we have to remove the parenthesis part, right? So the open bracket or parenthesis part, right? So next comes flower bracket, so followed by square bracket, right? So let us remove the parenthesis part. So here, so -4, right? So -4 will write as it is into, so inside the flower bracket we have 19. So we have minus of -2, right? So that we can remove the parenthesis, right? Minus of -2 is +2, right? Into -8 will be as it is. +2 into -8, close the bracket, right? So no need to keep the parenthesis as well. So 2 into -8. But just to differentiate 2 and -8, I am keeping this parenthesis. No need to keep that also, right? So once we have removed the parenthesis, we have to remove the flower bracket. But directly we cannot remove the flower bracket. For that, we have to operate the operations which are inside the flower bracket. These operations are addition and multiplication, right? With proper signs, right? So addition and multiplications we have. So their order is first multiplication comes, right? Before addition. So multiplication followed by addition, right? We'll go for that. So here -4 into 19 plus 2 into minus 8. So which is minus 16. Therefore, directly we'll write it as 19 minus 16. There is no addition part, right? Therefore, minus 4 into, so 19 minus 16 is 3. Therefore, 4 into 3, right? Which is minus 12. So all the brackets have been removed here. So we have got minus 12 as the final answer. Option C is the right answer. Question 57. So based on the given table, right? So the percentage of literates in city C is, so round to 1 decimal. Percentage of literates in city C. So focus on city C. So in which the total population is 150 and literate people are 50. So what is the percentage of literates here? So that means out of 150 people, 50 people are literates. Therefore, for 100, right? Therefore, percentage of literates in city C is equal to, so the number of literates by total population in that city, right? So total population into 100. That means for total population, for example, 150 total population. So 50 are literates, right? So this is how we have to read, right? So for 150 people, 50 are literates. Therefore, for 100, that means into 100, right? So we'll get, so 50 into 3 is 150. So we get 100 by 3. 100 by 3 is nothing but 33.3333. It goes, right? So 33.3 percentage people are literates in city C, right? So the percentage literates in city C is option B, 33.3 percentage. Question number 58. Select the option that fits in the blank space in the given problem figure. So the given figure has 4 parts, right? We just name them as 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 parts of the given figure, right? So part 2 and 3, right? So we'll just relate part 2 and 3. 2 and 3 to find the logic behind this. So here part 2 is like this. Do you agree? And part 3 is like this. Like this, right? So when this part 2 is rotated through 90 degree in clockwise direction, both in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, we'll get part 3, right? So when 2 is rotated through 90 degree, in which direction? In clockwise we'll take, in clockwise direction, right? So we'll get 3, right? Therefore, to find the fourth figure, we'll consider part 1 and 4. So part 1 is like this, right? So when this part 1 is rotated through 90 degree, rotate through 90 degree in clockwise direction, in clockwise. So you will get the figure like this, right? 1 minute. So the figure will be like this, right? Therefore, in the fourth part, so you will get the figure like this, right? Which I am showing now, so that it completes the whole figure, right? Whole figure. So it completes. Therefore, look at the options. So fourth part will be like this, which completes the figure. So look at the options. Option A is the right answer, right? Option A. Question 59. Select the odd character out of the following series. So very simple. So the first 3 characters are symbols, right? They are symbols. Whereas A is an alphabet. A is an alphabet. Therefore, A is the odd character, right? Option D is the right answer. Question number 60. Consider the given statement and decide which of the given assumptions is or are implicit statement. So the statement is the train fares have increased by 20% with immediate effect. Assumptions are people still prefer traveling by train despite the increase. So here students, even if train fares increased, that doesn't mean people will stop using that service, right? Because for some people, train is basic mode of transportation, right? It's possible that some people will shift to some other modes of transportation, but still most of the people will use the transportation, right? So assumption one supports the statement, right? So people still prefer traveling by train despite the increase. So it supports. It support. So which is implicit. So whereas the second one, other modes of commutation may also increase their fares. So there is nothing mentioned about the probability of fare hike in other commutation modes, right? So the about the probability of fare hike in other commutation is not mentioned here. Therefore, so doesn't support. The second assumption doesn't support. Right? Therefore, so only assumption one is implicit. Option A is the right answer. Question 61. What is the mean of the first five triangular numbers? So we have to find first five triangular numbers first. Then we can find their mean, right? So here the condition for triangular numbers is we'll consider the condition, right? So the triangular numbers which satisfy the condition. So conditions for triangular numbers is xn should be equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Right? So we'll consider the first triangular number x1. Right? So nth triangular number is n into n plus 1 by 2. So first triangular number is 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2. So which is 2 by 2, which is 1. And the second triangular number is n into n plus 1 by 2. 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2. 2 will get cancelled. Therefore, we have 3. And third triangular number, so 3 into 3 plus 1 by 2. So 3 plus 1 is 4 by 2 is 2. So we have 3 into 2, which is 6. And fourth triangular number is 4 into 4 plus 1 by 2. So which is 2 into 5, which is 10. Right? And the fifth triangular number x5 is, so 5 into 5 plus 1 by 2, right? So which is 5 into 3, 6 by 2 is 3, so which is 15, right? So these are first 5 triangular numbers, and this formula is for nth triangular number, right? Therefore, we have to find the mean of the first 5 triangular numbers. So mean is equal to, so 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus 15, right? So these are the first 5 triangular numbers divided by, so how many triangular numbers we are considering? 5, right? So that means mean is nothing but their sum of triangular numbers divided by number of triangular numbers. How many triangular numbers we are considering, right? So 3 plus 6, 9 plus 1, 10 plus 10, 20 plus 15, which is 35 by 5. So which is 7. Right? So 7 is their mean. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question number 62. The tendency of undisturbed objects to stay at rest or to keep moving with the same velocity is called. So this tendency of an object to stay at rest or to move in a uniform motion, right? So to move with the same velocity is called inertia, right? So the inertia, the body which is at rest, or the body which is moving with uniform velocity, moving in uniform motion, is called inertial body, right? The body which has inertia, right? So whereas the remaining options are force. So what do you mean by force? It is an external push or pull, right? So external push or pull, is called resulting from the object's interaction with another object, right? So there should be two bodies to experience the force, right? So whereas momentum is momentum P, so momentum is denoted with the symbol P, so is the product of mass and velocity. M into V is momentum, right? Whereas the last option is energy, as we all know that capacity to do work is called energy, right? Capacity to do work is called energy, right? Whereas inertia is, it is a tendency of a body to be in a state of rest or to move in a uniform motion, right? Or to move with the same velocity, right? So that state of a body is called inertia. Option B. Question number 63. Deepthi bought a set of cups for 175 rupees, but then had to sell it later to clear old stocks for 161 rupees. What is the percentage of loss that she had to incur? So that means here, so she bought set of cups for 175 rupees. So the cost price is 175 and the selling price of those cups is 161 rupees, right? So she sold it for less amount, right? Therefore, there is a loss. What is the loss percentage? Right? We have to find. So for that, we'll consider cost price, which is 175 rupees. Cost price of set of cups is 175 and their selling price is 161 rupees, right? Therefore, loss is equal to selling price minus cost price. There was a loss of, cost price minus selling price. I'm sorry. So loss is equal to cost price minus selling price, right? So she bought it for 175 and sold it for 161. Therefore, there was a loss of how much? 14 rupees, right? So 14 rupees. Therefore, what is the loss percentage? Loss percentage means for 100 rupees, what is the loss, right? So for 175 rupees, right? So she had to incur a lot of 14 rupees, right? For the cost price of 175 rupees. So she has to, that means she had to incur 14 rupees loss. Therefore, for 100 rupees means loss percentage, right? Loss percentage is nothing but the formula is loss over cost price into 100. That means for some cost price, here it is 175 rupees, right? She had to incur a loss of 14 rupees. Therefore, for 100 rupees cost price, what is the loss, right? 25 into 4, 25 into 7, and 7 into 2 is 14. Therefore, for 100 rupees cost price, she had to incur 8% loss. Hence, option B. Question number 64. When a compressed slinky is released, it converts potential energy into. So students will consider a compressed slinky, right? So this is a compressed slinky, right? So due to the application of force, slinky is compressed, right? That means some work has been done on it, right? So work done on the slinky, right? This work done, it stores potential energy in the slinky, right? There is energy stored in the slinky, right? This stored energy is potential energy. Potential energy, right? When the slinky is released, so it becomes like this. That means it moves, right? Because of its movement, so it gains kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, right? So when the slinky is released means, so the force is, that means application of the force is stopped. Force is stopped. This, right? The slinky moves. Therefore, it gains kinetic energy. That means energy gained by a body due to its motion, because of its motion, is called kinetic energy, right? So energy gained by a body, energy gained by a body because of its motion, because of its motion is called kinetic energy. Therefore, slinky gains kinetic energy. Therefore, potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy. Option B is the right answer. Question number 65. Choose the correct figure to replace the question mark. So, here are four figures, A, B, C, and D, right? So, in figure A, right? So, we have three arrow marks and inverted pentagons, right? So, in figure A has three arrow marks, three arrows, and three inverted pentagons, right? Whereas figure B has also three arrow marks. Figure B also has three arrows, right? So which are inverted, right? Three inverted arrows. Three inverted arrows, right? So which are exactly the water image of these three. Three arrows are water images of figure A arrows, right? So these are water images. Three arrows are water images of the first three arrows, right? And the remaining three inverted pentagons are as it is, right? Therefore, so figure B has three inverted pentagons and three water imaged arrows, right? So similarly, figure C, right? So it has this structure like this, U shape, inverted U-shaped line, right? Inverted U-shaped structure with two arrows. And so at the end of the arrows, we have two structures like this, right? Rhombus-like structures. Therefore, so figure D should have so two rhombus-like structure or kite-like structure, right? Figure D also should have two rhombus-like structure. So in the same place, whereas the arrow mark part should be exactly, it should be the water image of the previous arrow mark structure. So arrow mark, arrowed structure, right? So it should be the water image of previous arrowed structure, right? Therefore, so second one, the figure 2. So which is exactly same as. So water image of the previous structure and the rhombus structure will be as it is, right? So our rhombus structures are as it is. Therefore, second one, option B. Question number 66. Consider the given question and decide which of the following statements is sufficient to answer the question. The trains are very punctual in Malaysia. For a maximum of how long should Mr. Z wait for the train? So here are two statements, right? So how many statements are required to answer the given question? That we have to decide, right? So whether both are required or one of the statements is required, right? So that we have to decide, right? So Mr. Z had reached the railway station at 10 a.m. and there is a train at 11 a.m. and the next train is 12 p.m. Right? So here the question is, for a maximum of how long should Mr. Z wait for the train? So both the statements are required because these statements say, so at what time he had reached the railway station, right? So at what time he reached the railway station and what is the time for next train, right? So there is a train at 11 a.m. and the next train is at 12 p.m, right? So based on the timings of the trains, right? So he has to wait for how many hours, right? So he has to wait for 1 hour because he reached at 10 a.m and the next train is at 11 a.m. Therefore, he has to wait for 1 hour. He has to wait for 1 hour. So for a maximum of how long should Mr. Z has to wait? So maximum of 1 hour, right? For the train, right? Therefore, so both the statements are necessary. Both the statements are sufficient to answer the question. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Question 67. If cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to 2, then cot theta is equal to. So to find the value of cot theta, we need value of cosecant theta, right? So let us use the relation between cosecant and cot theta. So from trigonometric identities, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is always 1, right? So which is in the form of a square minus b square, right? So we all know that a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Use the same identity here. A is cosecant theta, b is cot theta, right? Therefore, it becomes cosecant theta plus cot theta into a minus b, which is cosecant theta minus cot theta. So is equal to 1. So here the value of cosecant theta plus cot theta is already given, which is 2, right? Therefore, we can write it as 2 into cosecant theta minus cot theta is equal to 1. Therefore, value of cosecant theta minus, cosecant, this is cosec theta minus cot theta is 1 by 2. Its value is 1 by 2, right? Consider this as equation 1. And the given equation is cosecant theta plus cot theta is equal to 2. Consider this as equation 2. So simultaneous linear equation. So how to solve that? So directly we just add 1 and 2, right? So just 1 plus 2 gives, right? So cosecant theta plus cosecant theta is 2 cosecant theta, right? So minus cot theta plus cot theta will get cancelled. So we have 1 by 2 plus 2. So 2 cosecant theta is equal to, since 2 is LCM, so 1 plus 2 into 2 is 4, so it becomes 5 by 2. Therefore, value of cosecant theta becomes 5 by 2 into 2, which is 5 by 4. Cosec theta is 5 by 4. So here we need cot theta. So substitute the value of cosecant theta in any of the equations, right? So therefore, equation 1 becomes cosecant theta minus cot theta. Cosecant theta is 5 by 4 minus cot theta is equal to 1 by 2. Right? So here we need cot theta. Therefore, cot theta is equal to 5 by 4 minus 1 by 2. Since 4 is the LCM, so it becomes 5 minus 2 into 2 is 4, hence 1 into 2 is 2. Therefore, cot theta is equal to 3 by 4. Right? 3 by 4 is the answer. So look at the options. 3 by 4. Options are in terms of decimals. So convert this in terms of decimals. So 3 by 4 is 0. So 7. So 7 into 4, 28. 2 is the remainder. 4 into 5 is 20. So 0.75. Therefore, 3 by 4 means 0.75. Option C is the right answer. Question 68. In the following series, one term is missing as shown by the question mark. Select the missing term from the given options. So we need to find the fifth term here, right? So look at the letters here. So these are all consecutive letters, right? So consecutive letters in English alphabet series, right? Alphabetical series, consecutive letters. So first they've taken one letter, right, which is A. So its consecutive letters are B and C. So in the second term, they've taken 2 letters, right? So these are number of letters, right? And in the third term, they have taken D, E, F. These are consecutive letters to C, right? So 3 letters they have taken, and the next letters are G, H, I, J, 4 they have taken. And in the fifth term, we have to take 5 letters, right? So which are next to J, K, L, M, N, O, right? These are the 5 letters in the fifth term, KLMNO. Hence, option C is the right answer. Question 69. Which of the following gases is used to prevent food material from getting oxidized? So options are hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, and nitrogen. So here nitrogen gas is used to prevent food materials from getting oxidized, right? So because the nitrogen gas in food packages, it will displace oxygen in the air, right? So nitrogen displaces oxygen in the air. Oxygen in the air, because oxygen in the air is the main reason that causes spoilage, right? So oxygen, it causes spoilage of food. Therefore, so nitrogen displaces oxygen in the air so that it prevents food material from getting oxidized, right? So therefore, so here look at the options. Yes, option D, nitrogen is the answer. So here nitrogen doesn't react with the foods, or it doesn't affect the flavor or texture of the food, right? So it doesn't react with the foods, or it doesn't affect the food, right? So affect the food or affect the flavor of the food, particularly flavor or texture of the food also, right? So food materials stay fresh longer. Therefore, option D, right? Option D. Question number 70. What will be the acute angle between the hour hand and the minute hand at 4:37 p.m.? So here is a ready-made formula to find the angle between minute hand and hour hand. So angle between them is, so 11 by 2 into minutes, m, minus 30 into hours. Right, here the time is 4 hours 37 minutes. Therefore, 11 by 2 into 37 minutes, right? Minus 30 into the time is 4 hours, right? Therefore, simplify it. So you will get 2 into 1, 2 into 8, yes, 18.5 into 11, you will get 203.5 minus, so 30 into 4 is 120, right? Therefore, 83.5 degree is the angle between minute hand and hour hand, right? So when the time is, what's the time? So if 4 is here, this is 4. So the hour hand will be at 4:37. So hour hand will be somewhere between 4 and 5. And 37 means, so this is 35. 37 means minute hand will be somewhere here, right? Between 7 and 8. Right, so the angle between them is 83.5 degree, right? So this is using the formula, right? So another lengthy method is, first we need to find the angle made by our hand when the time is 4:37. So from 12 to the hour hand, right? And angle made by minute hand from 12 to the when the minute is 37 minutes. Right? So this is a bit lengthier one. So easiest method is directly using the formula, right? So the angle between them is 83.5 degree. Option B is the right answer. Students, if you want to practice such questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. You can also download our app. The link is given in the description box. Question number 71. The product of two numbers is 0.432. One of the numbers is 1.6. What is the other number? So very simple. Let us assume the other number as x, right? One of the numbers is 1.6. Their product is already given, right? So therefore, so 1.6 into the other number is x. Their product is 0.432. We need to find the value of x here. So x is equal to 0.432 by 1.6. So it is better to convert these decimals into whole numbers. For that, so the number both the numerator and denominator should be multiplied by 1000. There won't be any change in the value of the fraction, right? So 0.432 into 1000 is 432 and 1.6 into 1000 is 1600, right? Very simple calculation, directly 432 by 1600. So the numbers are divisible by 4, of course. So 4 into 400 is 1600 and 4 into 108, right? Again, this can be divisible by 4, 4 into 100 and 4 into 27, right? 27 by 100 we'll get, right? So convert this into decimals. So you'll get 0.27, right? So the other number is 0.27. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Question number 72. A lawn roller makes 20 revolutions in 1 hour. The radius it runs through 25 minutes is. So the lawn roller, so in 1 minute, how many revolutions it takes? It makes. First we need to find. And number of revolutions in 25 minutes we need to consider, right? So here, so in one revolution, for example, the roller is rolling. In one revolution, the angle made by it is 2 pi radian. 2 pi radian, right? Which is 360 degree. 360 degree, right? So for one revolution, right? So in 25 minutes, how many revolutions are made, right? So in 25 minutes, how many revolutions? Number of revolutions made by it, right? Therefore, for one revolution, if angle made by it is 2 pi radian, therefore, for these many revolutions in 25 minutes, so what is the angle made by the roller, right? That we need to consider. So let us consider the number of revolution in 1 minute first. Later we can go for 25 minutes, right? So number of revolutions in 1 minute. In 1 minute. So in 1 hour, lawn roller can make 20 revolution. 1 hour means 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes. Therefore, in 1 minute, roller can make 20 by 60 revolutions. That means 1 by 3 revolutions, right? So lawn roller can make 1 by 3 revolutions in 1 minute, right? Therefore, in 25 minutes, right? So number of revolutions made by the lawn roller in 25 minutes. So it can make 25 into 1 by 3 revolutions, right? So angle made by in one revolution, right? Angle made in one revolution, right? So in one revolution, a roller can make 2 pi radians of angle. That is 360 degree, right? In terms of radians, they are asking. So in one revolution, angle made is 2 pi radians. Therefore, angle made in 25 by 3 revolutions. There are 25 by 3 revolutions made in 25 minutes, right? Therefore, angle made in that time is 2 pi into 25 by 3, right? Therefore, it is 50 pi by 3 radian is angle made in 25 by 3 revolutions in 25 minutes, right? So 50 pi by 3, so look at the options. Option C is the right answer. Question number 73. According to Ohm's law, if current I increases and the potential difference remains constant, then, so what about the resistance, right? So here Ohm's law states that current through the conductor between 2 points. So we'll consider a conductor. So this is conductor. So current is flowing, right? So current through the conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across 2 points, right? Or particularly voltage across 2 points, right, of a conductor is proportional to, so current through the conductor, right? So V is proportional to I, therefore V is equal to I into a constant which is R, right? So here in the question it is given that if current increases, so if I increases and potential difference V remains constant, here V is potential difference, right? Where I is current, right? So here R is the resistance of the conductor, right? Here V remains constant and I increases, then obviously the resistance of the conductor decreases, right? So if I increases, right, resistance decreases, resistance decreases, right? So because if V is equal to IR, R becomes V by I, right? So obviously R is inversely proportional to I. If I inversely proportional to means if I increases, R decreases, right? Therefore, so option D is the right answer, right? Option D. So increasing the voltage will cause the current to increase, and increasing the resistance will cause the current to decrease, right? If voltage increases, current also increases because V is proportional to I, but I is inversely proportional to R. So increasing the current means decreasing the voltage, or decreasing the resistance, or increasing the resistance becomes, right? So decreasing the current, right? Therefore, option D is the right answer. Question 74. Select the related word from the given alternatives. So examination is related to success. That means after passing the examination, so we achieve success, right? So after passing in the examination, we achieve success. Similarly, after playing the matches, we achieve victory, right? So we achieve victory. Victory after playing matches. Hence option C is the right answer. Question number 75. Among chemical properties, Mendeleev concentrated on the compounds formed by the elements with the dash. Here, students, Dmitry Mendeleev is known as father of the periodic table, right? So, is known as Dmitry Mendeleev is known as father of periodic table. Father of periodic table, right? Periodic table. So periodic laws were put forwarded by Mendeleev, right? So here in this question, so he concentrated on the compounds formed by the elements with hydrogen and oxygen. Because so these hydrogen and oxygen, so option D, right? They are highly reactive. So hydrogen and oxygen are H and O are highly reactive, highly highly reactive, and hence form compounds with almost all the elements, right? So they form compounds with almost and form compounds with almost all the elements, almost all the elements, right? So he concentrated on the oxides and hydroxides of various elements to study their chemical properties. So he concentrated on oxides and hydroxides, concentrated on oxides and hydroxides of various elements, right? Right? Therefore, for the given question, so Dmitry Mendeleev concentrated on compounds formed by the elements with hydrogen and oxygen. And also, Mendeleev formulated a periodic law which states that the properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. So, Mendeleev's law states that, periodic law. So, the properties of elements. So, the properties of elements. So, maybe it may be a physical property or chemical property. So, these properties are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Function of their atomic masses. Therefore, Students, he is known as the father of periodic table, right? So for the given question, option D is the right answer. Students, with this, I'm completing this paper. If you want to practice all the questions from this paper, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. If you want to practice many more entrance exam question papers also, you can visit our website. You can download our app also. The link is given in the description box. So I wish you all the very best for your future exams.